Collins is out there with Thompson. Then it's Duran. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard. And looking at the Nets, guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Wolf in at the 4 slot. Well, for both teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage.
Remember, the group stage is just 4 games, so every game is huge. I expect both teams to come out with a little extra effort. It just means more than your average regular season contest.
Here's Demon. Pass to Thomas. Takes the 3. Duran pulls it in. And here are the Pistons. Cunningham with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. And here's the fast break. A pull-up. Rebound, Detroit. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
Oh, nice vision by Cunningham. Pretty much a 6'6" point guard. Cade is a really good passer.
With the drive. Pass to Wolf. It's Thomas on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Brooklyn has possession. After the basket by Detroit.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
First team.
Free throw good, Demon. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Now, here's Cunningham. Thomas against Robinson. Pass to Demon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Wolf. Wide open shot is on the money.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Detroit, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Thompson in the posts. Porter's there. Collins finds Cunningham. Oh, good with the triple.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Outside Robinson from downtown. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Robinson's got his second basket of the night. Now here's Thomas. Really had an off game against the Pacers. Never really gotten to his rhythm. Here's Demon. And that one is off. Cunningham with some nice D. Outside Collins. Thompson left side. Collins wide open. He fires. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Collins, such a confident shooter, and this guy on the catch, he's ready to rock.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. So, a lot to appreciate here, Doris, in the game of John Collins. He has been a highly productive pro.
He's been a consistent rebounder. We know he can make shots on the face-up game on the offensive end of the floor. And you're right, there's been a consistent 16 points, 8 boards right in that vicinity since he's entered the league.
Here's Claxton. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Here's Demon. Cunningham with some nice D. Detroit leading by 5. to the middle. And Duran slams it in.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Demon. Covered by Cunningham. The Pistons have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
He hits both from the stripe. Nets trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Top of the key, Claxton. Pass to Demon. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson. There's the drive.
So fast of foot on the run. Osir, tough to catch.
Here's Demon. Timeout called the Nets.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Here's a look at the stats for Robinson. Some last season stats for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Thomas, that's good.
Cam Thomas is not one to be afraid to take heavily contested shots, and he's had the ability to make them.
Cunningham passes to Collins and finished off by Collins.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong, control the pace, assert their will. Nice. Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
And Thompson throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Porter. Thomas against Robinson. Thomas, no luck.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Here's Cunningham. Wolf grabs the miss. Nets trail by 13. Here's Demon. Pass to Wolf. Over Collins. And the shot is long.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Jalen Duran is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And he knocks down the first one. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Jalen Duran. Jay Crowder comes in for Collins. Max Christie, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Cunningham. Here's Clowney. Double team on Williams. 4 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the Nets miss again. Pistons leading by 15. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass to Clowney. Here's Saroff. Here's Mann, defended by Christie. Trying to get something going. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Ivy passes to Stewart. Pistons passing it around. Here's Christie, defended by Mann. Sharp against Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
Nets trail by 16. Pass to Williams. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
The Pistons making a change here. Walsh just checked in. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside Crowder, the tray, sinks the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside Williams. Pass to man. Clock at 6. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Pacers in Indy. Pass to Stewart. A three. And no good that time.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing. The ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
Here's Williams. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Ivy passes to Walsh. And here's Crowder. He's guarded by Williams. Shot by Crowder, no good. Nets trail by 14. Pass to Saraf. Now, man. 5 points in the game. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. The 19-foot shot. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Detroit leading by 14. .139 left in the first quarter. Here's Ivy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Ivy just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
Pistons have looked good at the line today. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First free throw is good. Holland, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Ivy drops them both.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Saraf, and it's denied.
Oh, nice.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pistons leading by 14. And here's Ivy. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Christie. Drills the three-pointer.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Doris, energy on both ends. Threes and defense. That's Max Christie in a nutshell.
The very prototypical Kevin 3-and-D player, but I think what I like about Max is there's room for growth. I think he can deck it and become a playmaker.
Pass to Clowney. The Nets working the ball around now. Now, man, defended by Christie.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
And the Nets miss again. He takes it in. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Nets.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's man. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And that one drops for him. Saraf's got 5 now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Detroit finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Holland is out there with Collins. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Demon. Man in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him.
My goodness, that's just too clean a look. He takes full advantage.
Ivy passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And smart pick and roll play by Ivy. He saw a chance to open things up for a teammate and took it.
Pass to Demon. Count it.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Pass to Wolf. Here's Demon. Here's Wolf. He's guarded by Collins. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Duren. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. For the Pistons, Asar Thompson comes in for Holland. Robinson is subbed in for Ivy. Detroit leading by 14. Collins up top. Robinson for three. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got 8.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
That was an emphatic answer by Porter Jr., looking to dominate him from beyond.
And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Robinson for three. They grab their own miss, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Claxton. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for the Nets. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Cunningham. The rebound by Demon.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Pass to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Off target with his three. Pistons leading by 14. Collins dishes to Thompson. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Down low, Duran. Wolf grabs the miss. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to Indiana.
And coming into that one, looking to be competitive, but the disparity in talent just too great.
You have the sense that they expected that result. Once they dug themselves into a hole, I thought they let go of the rope.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Different look here for Detroit. Phone is checked in, and it's Williams in for Collins. Pistons leading by 12. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Here's Demon. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Wolf. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Just great awareness. You know, you spot the man on the perimeter, you set him up with a great look.
Cunningham outside. And here's Crowder. Robinson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Robinson's got 11 points.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. 4 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Robinson on the wing. To the inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, pretty pass by Cam Thomas there. That's a facet of his game he's got to continue to work on.
Cunningham passes to Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. 14 points for him.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his 3rd of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
Here's Demon. Adds Bona with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Outside Thomas. From 12 feet out. That's tipped.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Nets trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And no doubt, coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 24 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, they got him the rock.
Pass to Saraf. To the paint. Here's Coney. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
One shot.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pistons.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
To the wing right side. Here's Saraf. They get it back. Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Williams in the post from past the arc. Saraf can't hit. Pistons leading by 18. Stolen away. Sharp on the wing. Pass to Saraf. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Detroit's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Walsh can't get it to go. Nets trail by 17. Here's Saraf. 6 points for him. Here's Sharp. Rebounded by the Pistons. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Crowder. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, his struggles this quarter is not helping them right now. They may need to start going to somebody else on the offensive end.
One of Ivy's best attributes, his ability to score off the bounce.
The Nets shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter.
2 minutes to play.
Pass to Saraf. Lets it go with a 3. And Clowney can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Nets trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Thomas. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Ivy. No good. Williams with the defensive effort. It's Thomas on the wing. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Williams finds Thomas. Sharp trying to break free. The rebound by Ivy.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The shot by Stewart with no one around. Hands it from downtown.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
So the wing on the left. Here's Clowney. Count it. Good. Clowney's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, once a pass is made out of the double team like that, the defense is spread too thin to stop the bucket. Heads up assist there.
Ivy passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And with as many three-pointers as they drain, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Well, when you pass the ball the way they have, Ernie, I mean, this is the kind of scoring line you expect. The guys are in total sync, and the difference is the ball movement. I mean, they're moving the ball around, and it's striking. And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they're not finding good shots, and that starts with their ball movement. Too much hero basketball. They need to sharpen up the attack. More motion, quick cuts, get the ball inside. There's no way they're coming back.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Demon. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wolf in at the power forwards position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Demon. Outside for Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Doesn't go that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Thompson. Back to Robinson. Shoots the 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Thomas. Lays it up and banks it in. Thomas got 6.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, Watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
And that one drops.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
And he banks in the lane. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Outside Porter. It's Thomas on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. Shoots it up. Thomas, no luck. For Detroit, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Demon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
And then Cunningham with the dunk. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Up top, Claxton, defended by Duran. And Thomas has it in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. Thomas got 9 points.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Cunningham finds Duran. Back to Cunningham. The Pistons working the ball around now. Collins passes to Thompson. And here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, my goodness. John Collins with the emphatic finish.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
For your Brooklyn Nets Kids Dance Team.
Off the inbound pass, and the play by Thomas as he finishes it off for 2. Thomas got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, this is what we talk about, the tale of 2 halves. He has been outstanding out of the break.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, guys. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. And they pick up 2. 14 points now in the game from Asar Thompson.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Thomas passes to Wolf. Here's Porter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Porter's got his second bucket.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Cunningham kicks to Robinson. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
3.
Cunningham's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Claxton. Back to Thomas. Here's Wolf. He's guarded by Collins. Wolf, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Detroit making a switch. Hollins checked in.
Now, into the lineup for the Pistons. Holland.
Here's Collins. 10 points for him. Cunningham right side. 6 to shoot.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Demon. He's got 8. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Cunningham. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his 3. The Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Thompson, how he performed last season. He averaged about 10 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Mann's checked in for Brooklyn. Zaire Williams comes in for Demon. Pass to Mann. Over Robinson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Robinson dishes to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Puts up a three. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Claxton. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Fourth, Cade Cunningham.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Cunningham on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Robinson. Beyond the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
3.
Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Williams finds Porter. Stolen by Collins. Thompson with it, now guarded by Porter. Outside Robinson, back to Thompson. Cunningham for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Porter driving to the basket.
Once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Porter against Thompson. Pass to Collins. The kick out to Cunningham. Clock at 4. Holland. They get it again. Lets it go from deep. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. The Nets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to Porter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Detroit ball.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
The net shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Pass to Porter. The Nets working the ball around now. Holland with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Thompson in the corner. Now Christie, defended by Mann. Puts up a 3. Christie can't make it. Christie's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Mann, defended by Christie. Good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Robinson. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
The Nets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Pass to Williams. Here's Clowney. No good on the 3.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Thompson passes to Robinson. Here's Christie. Hits it from three-point range. Christie's got his third bucket of the night.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Robinson passes to Collins. Here's Christie. Robinson kicks to Thompson. Kicks it out to Collins. Now here is Robinson. Lets it fly. Christie can't make it.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Surratt gets the bucket.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Outside Robinson. And Holland gets it to go. Holland's got 6.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And he comes up with the deuce. And, well, Detroit shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Sharps checked in for Porter. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boy, his ball security flawless in the first half, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Detroit. Here's Christie, defended by Mann. Ivy passes to Crowder. It's good from long range. He's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And so is Detroit way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Christie. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Walsh in at the small forward position. Short, that's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Ivy with the bucket.
And this is what you want Ivy doing. Attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Outside Wilson. It's rebounded by Walsh. The Pistons shooting 61%, showing all of the indications of an offense that is locked in.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
And the Nets making a change here. Martin's checked in. Here's Wilson. And the layup falls.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And it's Crowder, top of the key. Back to Ivy. Pistons passing it around. Christie can't make it. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Mann can't hit.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
There's the triple. Walsh can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Highsmith's shot is off.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
Here's Walsh. Out left to the wing. Stewart gets the three-pointer to fall. Stewart's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Mann, defended by Christie. Short, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Good work defensively by Martin. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3 ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
On the wing, Mann. Wilson against Crowder. Wilson into the lane, off on the layup. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Ivey, defended by Mann. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Highsmith. Driving the lane, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Bonus checked in, and it's Robert Williams in for Holland. 5 to shoot.
And you can see that quick twitch athleticism. Ivey is likely to spend a lot of time at the line in this league.
For the Pistons, Ivey.
And that one falls for Ivey. And Ivey drops them both. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Mann. Here's Wolf. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And slam dunk by Ivey.
It doesn't take much room. Ivey saw some daylight and just took off.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. And stolen by Ivey. Outside Crowder to the inside.
Nets foul. Nicholas Claxton. First personal foul. Third team foul.
2.
And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injury. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staffs?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is, from your head coach to the assistant coaches down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
to Demon. And the shot is good.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Ivy with it. 6 on the shot clock. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Pass to Claxton. On the wing, man. Back to Claxton. Here's man. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Christie. Defended by man. Yep, that one goes. Ono's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Pass to Christie. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
The Pistons have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Back to Christie. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Fast break Detroit. That's a 2 from Crowder. And there's another one for the Pistons.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Demon. Ivy defending. Will it go? And stolen by Ivy. Now Detroit moving it up. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
Here's Demon. Ivy defending. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Demon. Ivy defending. With the shot. And that one hits back iron.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Bona. Missed inside. Down low, here's Claxton. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
If you look at a shot chart of Nick Claxton, it's going to be painted heavy right there.
Ivy dishes to Williams.
2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Christie can't make it.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Into the lane. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Robinson.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
Crowder from outside. Saraf with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Highsmith's shot is off.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Stewart misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Man. The offensive rebound. Oh, that's offensive interference.
No bucket. Substitutions on the court.
And it's Detroit's ball. And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Here's Ivy. And he gets the bucket.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Shooting for Detroit. Ivy with one shot.
$16 seconds left in the fourth.
Ivy.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
We've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Jaden Ivey.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight.